Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please ensure to like, share, and subscribe. And also click the bell notification in the top right-hand corner to be made aware anytime I upload tutorials or videos to YouTube. All right, let's craft together. Hey guys, so this tutorial is on doing an acrylic feel. So this is the end result after I did my nails. So I wanted to come on and show you guys, and I'll walk you through the process of doing this hand completely. And so far I am loving the acrylic application. So if you want to learn how to do the feel for acrylic, then stay tuned. All right, guys, I am here to go over doing a fill-in using the Acrylic Kiss acrylic nail kit. So I've already did this hand because I don't want to take it I don't want it to take super long. So this one is drying, and I'm going to walk through doing this one with you. So I've already went through and taken off the nail polish that was on there just using acetone. I always take my nail file and drill down to remove the shiny top coat, and then I just take some acetone with the cotton swab and remove the nail polish. Much easier than dip polish to remove. And then, because with dip polish, you have to remove the entire application. With the acrylic, you're just removing the nail polish. That's it. So I cleaned up my cuticles, and then there were some that were like lifting a little bit more than they should, because they should be holding firm, like really glued to your nail. And if they're not, you really need to kind of lift that up and peel it on off. So some of my nails, like this one, hopefully you guys can see that. You can see where I peeled, or not peeled, but took off a good bit of it so that the nail won't just start lifting up. Now, you guys know I'm not a professional at this, so I'm just basically doing what I saw my nail tech do. I'm going to use, once you get your nails all cleaned up and everything, with removing the nail polish from your nails, and then cleaning up your cuticles and all that good stuff, you know, kind of file down just a little bit just to make sure that everything is still nice and smooth and that there's nothing sticking up that's kind of bulky. And then you're going to go in with your primer, your Kiss primer, and you're just going to put the primer, and it doesn't take a lot, but this helps with the application staying or adhering. So you're just going to put a little bit of the primer just at the bottom where you removed, or where you need to fill in. I'm just going to say that, where you need to fill in, just on that little part that you're filling in. So that's the only place that I'm applying the primer to. All right, now that I got that done, I can go ahead and put that away. And I have my, let me see if I can move this back so you guys can see. So I have my acrylic powder here, which is a clear. And using the clear acrylic powder will allow you to just go in and remove the color and then apply another, color to your nails. And then I have the Mortimer, which is the liquid that you use to, you dip your brush in the Mortimer, and then you're going to get a bead, and you just want a little bead on your brush here. And then you'll take that bead and apply it to the lower half that needs to be filled in. And you're patting down, guys, and you're just kind of smoothing it towards, towards that top, because we're really not going to be putting a whole bunch here because we already have the application at the tip of the nails, okay? And I have a piece of paper because I don't have any paper towels, and we have a snowstorm going on here in Dallas, Texas, so I can't run out and get any. So I'm just going to use a paper towel to kind of clean my brush in between. And let me just make sure that I don't have any application or any of the acrylic on there. And this brush is kind of fat. It did really good the first time, but I think it's too fat. All right. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to dip it in the mortimer. You do not want to get it just soggy in the mortimer, but just enough to where you dip it and kind of brush it up against the top there, and then dip it in the acrylic powder to get that little bead on there. And you're kind of like just kind of brush to get it, and then you'll get like a little bead of the acrylic powder, and you're just going to apply it again in the area that needs to be filled, okay? And then you're kind of patting down to smooth it out. You're not brushing like this, you're patting, okay? And then when you get ready to go to the next nail, I'm going to just take and wipe my brush on this piece of paper here to kind of clean it. And you want to wipe your brush in between each application or each nail, okay? So I'm going to go in and I'm just going to brush it off a little bit. I'm going to dip it in the acrylic powder just to get a bead on there like that. And then I'm going to take that bead, and you're working quickly, guys, and place it down. And I don't think I got a super light on there that time, but I'm going to go with it. And I think somebody's water pipes must have burst because they cut the water off in my apartment. So I can't just go clean my brush like I probably would. So hopefully they are done by the time I finish so I can wash my hands. All right, so I'm just dipping off some of the mortimer because you do not want it droopy, because if it is, it's not going to dry properly. Okay, so just working to get it to match up with the top half. And again, I'm just pressing. I'm not rubbing it down like polishing, brushing like that. I'm just patting. So hopefully you guys can see that okay. I need to get me one of the little nail holders. That's the first one filled in. So just to tell you a little bit about my process, guys, with my nails, I started out, for those of you that are new to following me in regards to my nails, I started out doing I'm just going to put a little bit more on here since I didn't get it the first time really good. I started out doing nail boot dip powder, and it's an online vendor, and my nails grew really long on my right hand, but not on my, on my left hand, but not on my right hand. So I just remembered that when I used to go and get my nails done, my nails grew really, really good with the acrylic. So I decided to give the dip powder a break, switch over to acrylic, and see if I can get this acrylic to grow my my right hand like my left hand has grown, and then I'll go back to the dip powder. Now, I'm just making sure I get this side over here because I can kind of see a little area over here. So you always want to make sure you get those sides, and then don't pressure yourself too much about how it looks when you're doing this part, because you can always, file it down. And I don't have my little wood stick, but normally I would have my little wood stick to clear up anything around those edges to kind of help me out. But I went over to the acrylic to see if I can get the acrylic to help grow my right hand. And so far, I can tell you, just looking at the back of my nails behind the tips here that I have on this hand, it's working, which is what I wanted. So again, I'm patting upward. I am not brushing. I'm just patting to get it smooth. And I'm wiping on this paper, which you would normally use the little paper towel in between going back into your mortimer. And I'm just making sure I get that side. You do not want to have pockets, because if you have pockets, water can get up under there and cause your nails to mildew under there. All right. And you have to work fast, because if you don't, it's not going to, hopefully you guys can see that okay. I got like a little bump over here, but I'm not going to worry about it. That was when I was trying to close up that edge. But when I get ready to file, I'll take care of that little bump on the edge. So don't get caught up, especially if it's your first time doing it. Like this is my first time doing a fill. I get a little bit more comfortable each time I do the process. But I'm by no means a professional. All right, so I will switch back over to the dip powder, I think. But I will tell you, I have enjoyed the acrylic better. I don't know why that I'm an acrylic girl, but I have enjoyed the acrylic better. I didn't have any issues. Well, I mean, I never had issues with the powder, let me be clear. But I just felt like the acrylic was easier. It took longer. Kind of got it up under there. And I didn't mean to do that. Now I got to get something to clean it out. Give me a second. But yeah, I enjoyed the dip powder too. So I just think having to do a fill versus an entire set again works for me. That's what I think I like about the acrylic. Sorry about that. I got some of the application underneath my nail. That's when you know you got it too soupy, too watery, and it'll kind of go everywhere. So you want to try to avoid that at all costs. And you want to try to get as much off as you can from behind there. Okay. I think that's about as good as I'm going to be able to get it. And then on this hand, you know the application is dry when you can take this wooden brush and hear it pop like that. If it doesn't make a sound when you hit up against your nail, then it's not dry. It is not dry. So I kind of dip it in the mortimer, get a bead. And like I said, this brush is not the best because it is super big. So that will be my next purchase when I'm able to go back out, is to pick up a brush, because this one is too big. It worked for the first go round, but I think I need one a little bit smaller. I heard them stop drilling out there, so maybe they've turned our water back on. At least I'm hoping anyway. So you can see this one, it's kind of drooping, which means that it's too wet, but I'm going to try to make the best of it. It's just going to take a little bit longer to cure, but I think it'll be fine. So anybody that's watching me from Texas, put in the comments how you're doing with this storm, weather storm that we're having. I'm in Addison, Texas, and I'm gonna come back to that nail. It stopped snowing, then it started snowing again this morning and recovered everything, and then it stopped again. And the temperatures are a little bit warmer here than they were. And so I just want to see how everybody else is doing. I think we're up in Addison, we're up to about 25. No, I hear the drilling again, so they're not done. We're up to about 25 in this area. And thank God I have not lost power. So prayers up to those that have been without power, because I know that's not easy, and especially when you have kids. It's just me, so I would have managed to the best of my ability being by myself, but I wouldn't want to have to deal with that with children. So I totally have to send prayers up to those that are having to go through this winter storm with elderly people and children. I mean, it's bad enough for yourself, but all right, I'm going to pour just a dab or so more of the Mortimer in there, because this brush soaks up a lot because it's so freaking big. And when you stir your acrylic powder, you just want to take your brush and just roll it around like that, stir it around like that. You don't want to just shake it up. Okay. But you want to make sure it's smooth and that you don't have any lumps in there when you're working with it. So I'm looking at my nails to see what everything is looking like. And I'm going to have to go in on the side right there. So I don't know if you guys can see that it's good, but you always want to make sure you get that side, guys. You don't want to leave any opening on the sides, because that's going to cause you a world of woe, and you don't want that. So that was this nail, and you just kind of hit it as quickly as you can. And just tap, tap, tap it to kind of get it filled in. Much better. Much better. All right, one more nail. I'm just finishing up my thumb. I need to make sure that I got it good and covered. And hopefully you guys can see my nails. So any areas that I need to kind of go back and take a second look at, I will do that once I finish my thumb. I will tell you that I felt like I could do anything with this acrylic on. Like, I feel like that with the dip, but I really felt that way with the acrylic. It took me back to the days when my nail tech when my nail tech was doing my nails. And, you know, I didn't have to worry about anything. All right. I think I'm golden. So again, when you're applying, I look crazy in here because I got a second shirt on up under here. So, and it don't match. So don't judge me. Um, but one of the things I can tell you about this process is it takes longer when you do the initial. When you do the initial, it's going to take you a minute. When you go in and do the fill, it doesn't take so long because at this point, I'm just waiting for this to dry. This hand is dry. Once this hand dries, then I am ready to go in and file anything and buff anything that looks crazy. Once I get it buffed and filed, then I'm going to put some cuticle oil on my nails, wash my hands, and polish. That's it. It's just that simple. It is just that simple. It's just filling in the areas that need to be filled in, and that's it. So any that didn't look too, that looked like it could use just a little bit more acrylic, I just went in again, but I don't want it to sit up like a hump. So if you guys can see that, you don't want it to look like you got a hump here and then it flattens. You need it to be leveled. And you can do more smoothing when you get to the filing part. You can smooth and buff out whatever you need to. So don't kill yourself in this part of the process if everything doesn't look nice and neat, because you'll have a moment. In just a moment, we'll be able to clear that up. All right. And I will tell you, just in case this is the first time you're watching me, the acrylic Mortimer, it does stink really bad, but I'm used to it. So that's why I don't have a mask or anything on like they would in the nail salons, because I'm used to it. So it doesn't bother me as bad. You know, the nail tech would have on a mask, but they wouldn't give us a mask. Isn't that something? Think back about that. I guess because they were having to smell it a lot longer than we were, you know. So again, I'm just putting in the application in the nail sides over here because you do not want any pockets, because that will lift the application. Not only will it cause it to lift, but you could get mildew down in there and be in a world of woe. Okay, I am done. I think I got it. It's about as good as I'm going to get it. And again, I'm going to let these harden. So um, let me go ahead and cover this back up. Now, I did my nails. Tomorrow would have been, let me see, I did them on a Monday. So it's been a week and 2 days. I mean, 2 weeks and 2 days. So 14, 16 days that I've had the application on. I think 16 days is good. I used to go every 2 weeks, once every 2 weeks, and get my nails done. So I think it held up well. Now I'm just gonna take and see where I may need to drill down any areas that are, because my nails are already shaped, so I'm not gonna do any shaping too much. But wherever I see some areas that look like they could stand some buffing down like right in here. I'm going to go ahead and buff that down. So I just want to make everything nice and neat. And I'm going to use the nail file, kind of buff that on out a little bit, because it will show up when you put your powder on. I mean when you go in and put your color on, you don't want it to look all clunky and bunky. So I say clunky and bunky. Where did I get that from? There we go. It's coming out now. So I'm just filing that down. Make sure it's a smooth operator and nothing thick. No clunks and stuff like that. All right. That feels better. I got a little bit of a bump right in here. And you can see it, guys. It's going to be obvious. And this is the time when you want to go in and clear it up. You do not want to just throw your polish on there because it's going to look ugly. So you want to go ahead and buff out anything that doesn't look right. And if you can't see it, just make sure you feel over your nails because it should feel smooth. If it doesn't feel smooth, you want to make sure you buff it out. Now is the time. All right, so this hand is still, it's getting there. You see you can't hear it as much on that nail. It should sound just like these. And because I had some that the Mortimer was a little bit runny or thinner than it should be, that's why it's probably taking a little bit longer. So that's why it's taking a little bit longer to kind of dry. Let me get my nail cutter clippers and get it to clip that one little edge for me. So I'm going to show you after I file down that little bump, you're going to see how it looks more smoother. So you can see now that I removed that little bump that I had in there. So want to make sure you take care of any imperfections at this point because this is going to be the easiest time to get it out. And this is that nail that I let the stuff kind of drip. So I'm going to have to get my clippers and clip that little part. But the rest of it looks perfect. got a pretty color. I think I'm going to use this red this time. You guys can see that good. I think I'm going to use that. I also had another color. I'm going to pause you for 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. So now I'm going to take the little buffer. And what you want to do is you're going to buff. Get everything nice and smooth. And then you'll go back in with the top part on this buffer to smoothen it. You want it to feel really smooth like a baby's bottom. So I'll go back in and I'll hit it with the smooth part. Anything that does not feel smooth, this is the time you want to grab it. Felt like a little bump right in there. Okay. And like I said, you will be able to feel it, guys. And then you're just going to go back in with the smooth side because you want it to feel like really, really like a baby's bottom. Nice and smooth. No bumps, no rugged parts. All right. So that's what I have so far. And I tried to go in and kind of make sure all my nails were good, but I see one right here that's kind of like still kind of uneven on that top. So I think it looks better now. All right. So we're going to go in on this hand over here. I think I had one area that I said, oh, I got it. All right, we're cooking with gas. We're 31 minutes in. And like I said, I think the amount of time that it will take me to do this will get shorter each time I do a fill. And this was just on one hand because you guys know I had already did my nails. I only have one tip, which is this one on this hand, and then these are my nails. So what I did in this case, I didn't apply tips to these that are mine. I just put the acrylic directly on top of my nail. And I thought I might have problems because there's no tip on those. It was just my own natural nails, but they held up like a champ. You hear me? They held up like a champ. Let's see what we got. All right, man, I'm cooking with gas. Now I'm going to go in with the smooth part that's on the top up here to get them nice and smooth. And then I'll go in with some oil. Then I can wash my hands, which ain't got no water. And I'm hot about that, so I'm gonna have to use some alcohol. When you don't have water, soap and water, where you can wash your hands like I do in Addison, Texas, because of this winter weather storm, and my stupid neighbor downstairs apparently didn't leave their water dripping, so their pipes burst. And now everybody in this building has to suffer. I'm laughing, but I'm not happy. All right. So make sure I got This one good. It probably would take me longer to do my nails if I wasn't recording myself because I'm just a stickler for things. If I see stuff, I'm like, oh, let me go back and do this, that, and the other. And it's really not that serious, guys. It ain't like I'm going nowhere. I'm just cleaning up where I got a little bit of that application around my nail. All right, so just filling, making sure everything feels nice and smooth, because again, you do not want to put that acrylic, the nail polish on top and have it looking all bumpy and clumpy. You want it to sit on your nails like it's supposed to, all nice and smooth. If you use the nail file, you have to go back in and buff again. Don't just use the nail file because the nail file is going to leave you with like a rugged feel, and your nails should feel like that of a baby's bottom when you get finished. All right. I just want to make sure we're good. And we are. All right. Got all 10 nails done now. And all I need to do is put on some oil. Now I bought this nail and cuticle repair. This is something, it has let's see, serum infused with vitamin E and jojoba oil, hydrating and fast absorbing formula. So this is a brush on. Twist the base of the serum pen until serum emerges. Brush serum on nails, cuticles, and on back of longer nails. Rub serum into fingertips. Repeat daily or as needed. So I'm going to be using this while I am trying to grow out this hand. So let me put it up here so you guys can see it. But it's also a Kiss product. And it is called Mani, M-A-N-I, Recovery. Let me see if I move this right. There we go. Mani Recovery Kiss. And it says nail and cuticle repair. So I will be using this daily. It was $4.99, $4.99 at the beauty supply store. So I'm going to pause you. I'm going to put some oil on my hands. And after I put the oil on, so you guys can see the application here. So I'm going to put some oil on. I'm going to put some alcohol on my hands since I can't wash my hands. You have to put you either have to wash your hands or clean your hands and your cuticles real good with some alcohol. So that's what I'm going to do in lieu of water. Then I'll come back. And the last time I polished my nails, I got a lot of people that said they like the color of my nails. This is, I can't tell if this is an NK or NC. I'm not really sure. You guys be the judge. You might see this in your beauty supply store. But this color is purple. That's what color this is. And I have a choice now between this kind of red that already has glitter in it or just a red and then I can add glitter. I'm almost thinking I'm going to go this direction. I think I'm going to go with those two. And then I have my top coat here. So I'm going to do that, get ready to polish them. And after I get them polished, I'll come back and show you guys my nails. Since I'm already at 37 minutes, I'll go ahead and get everything else done because it's just a matter now of putting oil on your cuticles. That's the part where we're at now. Washing your hands and then just polishing your nails. And you guys, I'm pretty sure at some point in time have polished your nails. So I'm going to go in with this red. Then I'm going to put this glitter on top of it because I'm a glitter girl. And then I'm going to go in with the top coat. So I will come back. I'm going to pause this video and I'll come back and I will show you guys. I may show you without the glitter and then with the glitter and the final. That's it. All right, I'll be back. All right, guys, so this is with two coats of what's supposed to be red. Looks very pinkish to me. And I'm gonna give it about 2 minutes to kind of dry. And then I'm gonna go in with my glitter because you guys know I'm a glitter girl. So I'm gonna put glitter on top and then I'll finish up with the top coat. But this is what they look like so far. So hopefully you guys can see that just fine. And I don't get caught up in, because I'm not the best nail polisher, I don't get caught up when I get a little bit on the cuticles because after you wash your hands a couple of times, that stuff just peel off anyway. So if you're ever new to this and you're doing your nails and you think it looks a mess because you're getting it on your cuticles, you know, yes, you can go in and take a little wooden stick and clean up around the little edges as you go. But whatever part you don't get or you miss, when you wash your hands, it's going to come off of that your skin part below the cuticle anyway, so you don't have to worry about it. Don't fret and don't give up because of that. And don't give up, period, guys, because just because you try this application the first time and it seems difficult, or even if you try the nail boo dip powder and it seems difficult, trust me, the more times you do it, the better you're going to get at it. Okay. I never, prior to this pandemic, I never would have thought in a million years that I would be doing my own nails, but here I am. Stranger things have happened, right? And I say that a lot, but um, you know, don't give up. Just keep trying. You know, even if you have to do one or two nails, work on one or two nails until you feel like you got the process down and then go for it. You know, we're all, a lot of people, unless you're an essential worker, a lot of us are working from home. Some of us are unemployed. I mean, I have a job, thank God. I just don't have water. I keep bringing that up, right? I'm really hot about that. Um, but I'm blessed in other ways, so I won't complain. I promise I won't complain. All right, so yeah, just I mean, we're working from home, we're, you know, at home, whatever the case may be, we're spending more time at home than not now. So, I mean, who are you? I mean, you only have to impress yourself, you know. And have I been 100% happy every time I finish my nails? Nope. But after a day or two, I'm like, oh, okay, it doesn't look so bad for home nails. You know, so I share with you guys to help you to understand that you don't have to be perfect. I'm in love with my nails. Okay, I'm in love with them. I'm gonna go ahead and start applying this glitter while I'm talking to you. But um yeah, I mean, now it would be stuck, right? Um so just practice. Practice makes perfect. Like I said, I never thought in a million years I'd be doing my own nails. I thought I would be paying Tina to do my nails for the rest of my life. But, you know, I ain't seen Tina since this pandemic. And I probably will never see Tina again unless I see her in a grocery store somewhere, you know. But, oh yeah, this is going to be so pretty. Um, but yeah, you can do this, guys. It is not hard at all. And trust me, you're going to be saying to yourself, man, after you get it down, I could have been doing my nails, saving my money, and possibly saving my life because we don't need to be in these salons right now getting our nails done. I know some people don't want to give it up, but we do not need to be in a salon getting our nails done. So I'm just going in with the glitter and I'm only going to put, you know, go through it one good time on each finger and call it a day. But one thing about it, you can tell the difference between your nails and the tips because my nails are thinner, a lot thinner. But that's with the um, glitter on top. And I'm gonna start over here since that nail over there may be still a little bit damp. But yeah, you will you will thank yourself in the long run, guys, to go ahead and just give it a try and realize that it's not that difficult and possibilities are endless with what you can do and not have to worry about paying an upcharge. You guys remember when they would charge us upcharges for every little thing we wanted them to do? Ah, you want the three coats and not two? Oh, $5 extra. Ah, yep. So we don't have to worry about that upcharge on our sales because we are now equipping ourselves with all the stuff that we need to do our own nails in the privacy and comfort of our own homes. All right. So I have my glitter nails back. I don't think this is red at all. Looks pink. My shirt has a deep dark ruby kind of red, and this is nowhere close to red, but maybe it's just the lighting. And you guys know I wear glasses and I don't have them on. So just for me to be able to do my nails even without my glasses should tell you something. But I think they turned out pretty. I'm happy with them. And like I said, if you want to learn how to do the acrylic process, there is a video tutorial in my Nail Boo playlist that will show you how to do your nails from scratch using the Kiss acrylic that I bought at the nail salon for like $15. And it came with everything that you need, minus like your alcohol and your fingernail polish. Those were separate. Um, but everything else, your top coat, your fingernail polish, those are things you have to buy yourself because I'm using the clear acrylic powder so that all I have to do between each fill is just remove the nail powder, nail polish, and then fill and then repolish my nails. So to me, it's a lot better, quicker than having to remove the entire application and do the dip powder. I'm going to be honest. I think with the dip powder, it may seem easier because you just stick your nail down in the dip powder and you don't have to worry about shaping and all that. With acrylic, you do have to shape. So that's the purpose of the Mortimer and the acrylic powder because you're pretty much applying it the bead on and then you got to try to get it on there, nice so that your nails aren't looking bumpy and clunky looking. But if you don't get the application on perfectly, it's okay because that's what your nail files and your drills are for. You use the nail files and the drills to kind of drill wherever you see your imperfections. And then once you get it all nice and smooth, you finish it up with your buffer where you go in and, buff out, sand out, and buff out everything else. But that's it. All I got to do now is just throw me a little top coat on there and I will be done. So I will post a picture of the finished product. It's close to finished now because all I have to do is just put that clear top coat on and I'm done, guys. I got me nails now for 2 more weeks. All right, so if you're currently in my Facebook group, Candoris's Freaking Creative Crafters, thank you guys so much for being members of my Facebook group. I have a small group. We're almost at 700 members, but we help each other, and that's the key thing for my group. We do believe in helping. It's not about show and tell, and keeping everything to yourself. So we do really try to help each other learn how to do all these fabulous crafts that are out here. And then if you're currently subscribed to my YouTube channel, thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I currently have a giveaway for a $25 Amazon gift card that is going on until March the 15th. On March the 16th, I'm going to draw 2 names, and I'm drawing 2 names just in case the first person that wins doesn't respond within 7 days, and I'll select or pass it over to the second person, and hopefully they will respond within 7 days. But that $25 Amazon gift card could be yours. So check out my video on my $25 Amazon gift card giveaway. It has nothing to do with YouTube or Amazon. It's not sponsored by either one of them, any third parties. It's all on me. All right. All right, Guys, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. And you guys know my motto is each one reach one so that each one can teach one. And you guys have a great day. Bye.